child is reported missing every 40 seconds, and it can happen anywhere, even here in League City. In fact, there was an attempted child abduction right here in League City. Detective Marty Grant has more on how you can empower your child against abductors.
Child abductions in the city, we've recently had an attempted one. What we would like children to do is, number one, go with a buddy. Number two, if they can, tell a stranger who is not going to need your help. I'll have to check with my parents first. Number three, if they are grabbed, bring attention to themselves by screaming, shouting. Hopefully somebody will do the right thing and look at a child that needs some help. For a parent, it is your responsibility to educate your child on what to do should they be approached by a stranger. Empower them to react, and that way they will feel comfortable in telling a stranger no.
Cops say that it's best to get away early if you can, but if your child can't, there are a couple techniques you can teach them. First, they can rotate their arm in what's called the windmill so that an abductor can't grab them. Secondly, there's the Velcro. They should hang on to a nearby adult and ask them for help. Or finally, there's the bike hug. If your child is being abducted on their bike, they can hang on so the abductor can't grab them. Now, sometimes a child is abducted and gets taken in a car. There are a couple of things they can remember. First, they can go into the ignition and put something in the ignition so that the abductor can't get away. This can be anything, bubble gum, a button from their clothing. It's a great technique. Now, if they're put inside of a trunk, Officer Ethington is going to show us what they can do. Now, isn't there some button in your trunk that you can push so that you can get out? Can you show us that?
On the Charger here, it has actually a release lever that's located right by the latch system, and all they have to do is pull it outward and the trunk will automatically release and open for them.
Okay, and if there's not a button like that, then they can maybe pull the cords on the brake lights?
A lot of times if they can gain access back here, then they could pull the cords or make some sort of banging noise to where someone on the outside could hear them inside the trunk.
Okay, so these are a lot of tips that you can teach your child. We're always to remember that it's very important to teach our kids these things before they get into a dangerous situation.
But the main thing is, try not to become placed in that situation, because a stranger is never going to need your help. If someone approaches you, be aware and be ready to do something.
Now go online and take our quiz and find out if your child is prepared. It's at leaguecity.com or lcpd.com.